Afternoon, Gregory. Good to see you, buddy. Damn, you be early for once? I be late for once. No, not for once. I be late a lot. Ready for ML Payra? Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready for her. Hello, hello. Chivon, Just Baka. Hank. Good to see you guys. And nothing here worth getting. Just hope my bank account is. We've got 4,000 mystics in a dream. Could maybe squeeze another 1,000 if I bleed the last of my sky stones, but man, look at my gold. We're freaking in poverty mode on gold. This entire buff event, we're parking our butts over in Book of Memories. Kind of glad I skipped Hua. Wouldn't have been able to get both MLs. Yeah. I like my Hua. But yeah, if it would have kept you from getting Payra, be glad you skipped. Payra looks insane. This is unrecorded history. That's not where we belong. Hey, Vertra! Thank you so much for the sub. 2 months. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Let's go. Man, we're going to have a big dump this week, right? Right? We get update information tonight. We find out what the new rotation is. Payra's coming. We'll probably get a little more detail on this new, what was her name? The streamer unit, Tori. We'll get some more info on that. And this Friday should be the announcement for who's going to be on the next balance patch. So, yeah, lots going to happen over the next couple days. Buckle up, guys. My 5-star of the day, by the way, was a big old Alabastron artifact, so yay for that. Brawl mode, right? Brawl mode, they said that was in February or March. I think Brawl mode was in March or February and Guild Wars was in March, or do I have it backwards? I'm trying to remember. Oh no. Used your pity on Archdemon? Oh, the horror. The good news is Archdemon's really good right now. Really, really good. Not Payra good, but really good. I mean, be glad it wasn't somebody you already had, right? You didn't already have her, right? If you already had her, don't tell me about it. I can't handle that much sadness right now. Hello there, Miko. Good to see you, buddy. World boss. $800. Holy. Let's just do 800. How high can we get at 800? Hey, Slim TK. Good afternoon. She's new? Okay, at least there's that. Whew, look at that score. 8.7. I'm getting close to 9 million. I've never hit 9 before. I'm not sure what'll happen. Probably a screenshot, and that's all. I made the blissful mistake to start a Soul Weaver only account. That's an interesting challenge. You don't have a lot of damage dealers if you do that. Outside of Fenne. Blaze Dingo, I guess. That's a crazy challenge, Potato Mine. Let me know how it works out for you. I'm day one, and I have a question about Fenne. Can I use her with the free-to-play gear to clear Wyvern 13? No, you cannot. You can use her in conjunction with other units, but it takes very high-end lifesteal gear to clear Wyvern 13 with her. There are just easier ways to do it. You can use the free-to-play gear on so many easier teams. I recommend you, let's see here. Pop over to YouTube and search for, let's see, TristenWulf W13 F2P, and lowest gear free-to-play Wyvern one-shot teams, and it shows you how to put together super easy teams from October 2023, and this is a more recent one from October of this year. This one is not a one-shot team, but it's a guaranteed success team using some of the lowest end gear. So if you can't build this one, go for this one until you've got the gear to build this one, and you'll be in good shape. There's even a My First Wyvern team, which is like I started yesterday, like you, how to beat Wyvern. So if you're a new player and you want to be able to kill some Wyverns, check out these videos. I got plenty of them up there. Where'd my Epic 7 go? But Fenne clearing Wyvern, I know that was fun in a video and everything, but that was pretty crack gear to do that. It was more of a flex than a mode to clear. But you can try it, right? Fenne plus Brig seems to be the easiest way to two-man Wyvern. But that's more showing off the versatility and capabilities of the unit than actually her being a way to do it. Now, you'll eventually get there for sure. But you may, yeah, you're in a much better shape if you have Fenne just farming Rift with that gear. Okay, we got that farm going on. I want to try something with Fenne, speaking of. Get rid of the redheads. Put her back on Vile for now. What do you think? Has it got a chance? There's no way this can work, right? Let's give it a try. This Fenne is not built for PvE, guys. She's on an injury set. That's pretty good damage, 20%. Defense break, nice. Bam. Man, I wonder if I put her on like a Destro gear. I bet this would go really, really well. Wonder what happens if you last 2 bombs on all enemies in S3 with Dark Shuri. Can Mort Shield stop the carnage? Nice, Dailies. Oh, nice defense break you got there, Brig. That's okay. Would have cycled off. Fenne is getting targeted hard. Is there a unit that can buff evasion to all allies? I don't believe so. I mean, other than units that can steal evasion and apply it to the whole team, like you get a Rimuru to steal evasion, a lucky hit. I'll never forget that lucky hit of Rimuru into Rylet, stealing that evasion buff and applying it to the whole team. That's kind of fun. There is. I can't believe I forgot about it. You know who it is? I know who it is. It's my rep hero. The Fire Angara gives AoE evasion. Yep. Fire Angara, buddy. Ooh, Fenne is getting the pants beat off of her here. And she's back to life. The hit. Some barriers. Fat Cat gives AoE evasion, but not in the form of a buff, right? Oh, it wasn't enough, guys. It wasn't quite enough. What would we need to do to make this work better? So Wulf, I can make Malona 70% with that Wulf and Para. Oh, that what you're thinking about? Huh. What is Fenne missing? She came really close to soloing this. Oh, not soloing it, but two-manning it. I'll tinker around with that and see. I bet there's a path forward there. To have her full clear Katie's hunt. What team do I use against Nightmare Carcanus? Oh, Nightmare Carcanus? You mean the raid, not A13? I believe I've already done it this month. Nah, you can't go Celestine, or we're never going to get rid of the CR pushes and stuns. Might need a lifesteal set, yeah. I think you might be right. Lifesteal to stay ahead of the damage. Nightmare Queen. Let me poke my head in real quick just to see if it's done yet or not. I already did it. In fact, I already did all of them. So, let's see. So the team that I used for Nightmare Queen is Biblis. Where are you, Biblis? You're a ranger, not a soul weaver. What am I thinking? Oh my god. Bear with me. It's being a jerk. So I use Biblis in the back. She's my stripper, my healer, and my defense breaker. I use Tamarin in the front. She gets rid of the weakness buffs, and CR manipulates and pushes the whole team. You know what? It'd just be easier if I show you. You can literally go TristenWulf, Nightmare, Auto. And right here, full auto, all bosses, Nightmare Raid, step-by-step walkthrough. Now I'm going to put a new one out. This is using relatively free-to-play units. I avoided using ML5 units wherever I could to make it a little bit more accessible. So in almost every instance, ML5s would be better, right? Put Carrot up front here because she's kind of immune to stun. And then instead of Champion Zerata, run Abyssal Euphine, significantly better. Run, instead of Doris, run Maid Chloe, significantly better. But I tried to keep it no ML5s. Over here in the, I mean, really, the only thing I changed here is I got rid of Ray and replaced him with Bernard. I think this video was done before Bernard came out. Bernard's just a better Soul Weaver for this, for Jewel Leaf Council. For this one, I have Bomb Model Kana on the team. Defense break at all. But you can get a series of bad luck where the replace Bomb Model Kana with Afternoon Soak Flan, significantly better than Kana. But if you don't have Flan, then just use Kana. Works just fine. But Flan on this team, holy crap, this is fast with Flan. Significantly faster. And, let me see. This is the Arahakan team. This works really good. We found that you can use Fenne in place of Shu and use Ran in place of Elena. And it works really, really good too. And the Queen team that you wanted is right here. Biblis and Pillis. You can use Hassel in place of Pillis, but Pillis is better. Tamarin, and then in this instance, because I was going free to play, I used Auden, but Lionheart Sirmia is better, and ML Bologna is even better. So normally I use ML Bologna here. Really, really good. When am I going to release the new one? February 1st, everything will reset, and I'll shoot footage for it. How's that sound? So we'll get it out for early February. We've got an auto check. I want to try this one more time. I feel like we were touching greatness. What can we do to make this better? I don't want to go with... You know what? Let's try it. Let's try Celestine and see what happens. I'm worried about the debuffs, but let's see what happens. Hey, I'm glad it works helping out, Miko. Okay, confirm. Stunned. No Wondrous Potion Vial to get rid of it, so Breek's just gonna have to sit there and be stunned for a turn. Also, is Fenne solo faster than a full comp for raid? There is no Fenne solo for raid. You're just using Fenne in place of Shu on that team, and you're using Ran in place of Elena. But yeah, there's no Nightmare raid that Fenne can solo, at least to my knowledge. Wow, she is chewing through this. Oh, for Rift, Fenne is, yes. Fenne solo is significantly faster in Rift. There is no full comp that does it better because she is the damage dealer, and you'd rather have every single tick on the timer be from a damage dealer than from a damage dealer shared with somebody else who at best is defense breaking the boss. And because she's already got so much penetration on her, it just doesn't help. Every full team I found is significantly slower than just solo Fenne. It's the same situation we had with Wukong, where he was just faster than a full team. Okay. Damn, that was a hit. Did you see that hit? Holy crap, that was a hit. And another hit. Got the defense break back. She's just got to survive a few hits. Danger level's up to 5. This will put her in the ground. Nope, she survived. Another big old snake bite into a defense break. Show me some numbers. Oh my god. Guys, this unit's insane. This unit's insane. She just two-manned Katie's. At a pretty quick pace too, guys. At a pretty quick pace. You imagine if you ran her on a lifesteal set and put her on Daydream Joker instead of on Celestine, how much cleaner this would be. Wow. What about Auto Tower? Let's get Vile on her so we don't get stunned. What stats am I currently running on her? Dude, she is on a freaking injury set. I'm just farting around with injury, right? Her stats are really, really good, but I'm really just kind of messing around with injury. She'd be at 100% on her own artifact, but I'm putting her on Vile right now, so she's running at 88 because she's on Vile, but normally she's on her own artifact, which gives me 13% more crit, so I'm at 100% crit. I'm not sure injury's the way on her. I think speed's gonna be better. Did I get to 120? Yeah, I'm RC 21. That's why I was able to, you know, raise her speed a little bit and put her on her own artifact. Injury doesn't work for PvE though. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. I'm already kind of hurting myself here with running a PvP set on her. She's hilarious in tower, especially when you get the 10% push mechanism. We'll look for it. I'm a little worried about the damage that's being pumped out by all these Destro buffs. Need to craft more. Big bite. Would you go speed HP set on her? I think a fast Destro pen set is probably going to be the way, or perhaps a speed pen set. Possibly HP if you don't have good HP on your pen gear. I mean, you're going to want to cycle her as quickly as possible to get her injury to build up as fast as possible so she does some nukes. So I'm thinking you're going to want her like in the 200-ish speed range. None of these do me any good. Next fight. Yeah, she's on no set. Exactly. She technically isn't even wearing a set for Rift, because I don't get anything out of pen, and I don't get anything out of injury. Oh, it's okay. I'm back. It's fine. Oh no, it's the stun floor is so brutal, but we got Wondrous Potion Vial, so we should be fine, right? As long as we don't get killed. Don't we have a counter device? We do have a counter device. Why aren't we countering? It's supposed to be a 50% chance to counter. What's for lunch? I had a sandwich. Man, that didn't work out so well. Let's try it again. See if we can get past this counter floor. Let's heal up. Give her one more try. Heal block. That's not good. At least I'm countering. Vile and injury. Counter. Freaking heal block. And stun. Heal block and stun. Counter. Oh my god. In Rift, it's right around 172, right? We found that there is a window between 160 and 165 that's good. 171 to 174 is good. I am told that 192 and 215 are also safe zones, but I've not tested them. So there's obviously more spots. You just need to find one where you're not getting silenced. But yeah, I can say with a surety that 172 will not get silenced. If you're getting silenced on 172, something else is going on. One of your units isn't dying from the initial intake. It's dying from the burns, which is letting the boss CR push and screwing with the turn order. You know, there's something else going on. So, I have heard of a couple of people having issues at 170, but I've not tested it myself. Oh my god, I think we're getting past it, guys. We're getting past it. I did 212, and if I'd 5% at the start of the battle, I'd get silenced. Okay. Yeah, 172 I think is the perfect speed. Or 161. Ooh, frontward counterattack. Increase damage dealt front hero. It's not their turn. Oh, when it's not the... Okay, so this would get me bigger damage. When the caster's at elemental advantage, who cares? When the ally attacks, damage dealt increased by 35% per buff granted to the caster. This is a straight raw 70% when I counter, but this is damage per buff. I'm gonna go with this one. This one works all the time. The other one only works when I counter. Oh yeah, I need to turn on the gold buff, don't I? Yeah, 171 to 174 works. I'm told that 175 and 170, there's a narrow RNG window where it can get silenced, but it's rare. And then like 169 and 176, it evidently happens all the damn time. How are you running Fenne with Brieg? His barrier stops the self-injury for me. It's just not constant enough, I guess. She eventually chews through it. Enough damage coming in, it pops the barrier. Oh my god. This might work, but this is slow. This is a total flex, right? This is not how you want to fight through your way through tower. Do I play any instruments? Drums. It's been a while, but yeah. Would Fenne be good on Light Expo? Light Expo, Light Expo. You're constantly sealed in Light Expo. But you can only heal yourself. You can only buff yourself. I'm gonna say no. She would be good, but she would not be amazing. I still think Sirmia would be better, but you know what? Is Light Expo up? Do we have Light Expos up right now? If we have Light Expos up, I can go try it. I don't think we do, though, do we? It's Fire, Dark, and... water. Yeah, we can't do it, guys. When Light Expos come out, we'll try it, but I don't think... Ooh, damage increase for ice. 50% more damage, that means 50% more healing. Not really fist fighting. Do I ever do a live stream playing drums? Very unlikely. That was a lifetime ago, man. Touring in concert halls and friggin' lighting and paying videographers. Oh my god. Ooh, we're taking a lot of damage, guys. Have I died yet? I think I'm about to. Why the ice elemental icon is on a water droplet. You see, when water gets really, really cold, it turns into ice. And that's the end of that story. Yeah, I don't know, man. An ice cube would look weird, I guess. Oh my god, 1 down, 3 to go. This is gonna take a while. Also, do you also buy the gold boost for Eulogy or just the XP one? Now, because you mentioned it, once this is over, we need to go buy the gold, the XP boost. I just buy the XP boost. Eulogy doesn't drop enough gold to make it worth it. Oh, you're talking about the monthly packs, right? Yeah, I don't buy the monthly packs at all, but just the XP one. The gold one's just not worth it. Ugh, green mobs. I'll show you what you really need to buy, though, guys. Forget the, Ooh, Soul Weaver, debuff protection device. When a Soul Weaver is debuffed at the end of their turn, increases combat range by... That's kind of neat. When a Soul Weaver uses a non-attack, we have none. And this is for mages. Okay, we take that one. So, if you are looking at, like, paid money packs and stuff, and you're looking at the monthly packs, the monthly pack 1 that gives you 10% XP, that one's huge for farming, farming unrecorded history and eulogy for a saint, because this directly turns into XP, directly translates into stigma, which you can use to buy penguins for gold. This one only increases the gold you get that's dropped in the battle, and as you can see, we've got about 300k gold and about 2 million gold worth of stigma here. Not really 2 million, but we'll run this out, but I'm not sure I would spend $10 to get excuse me, $10 to get what, 30k more gold per run. I mean, I guess it would add up every little bit, right? You're really doing better getting it for the stamina. But this one adds up a lot, right? This one, if you're getting 100 million gold in a weekend, this is an extra 10 million gold on top of that. It adds up. But better than this, definitely better than this, is you go over to the normal packs. Scroll all the way down. And you can, for 150 Skystones, get 50% XP. For just the cost of 150 Skystones, you're going to get 5 times the value of the cash monthly pack. Now, given it only lasts for a day, or 3 days if you've got the leaves to farm the entire event. But this is giga worth. That'll vastly increase the amount of stigma that we get farming. So I do recommend you pick up this one if you plan to farm Eulogy for a Saint. Now, instead of getting 100 million gold in a weekend, I will get 150 million gold for weekend. All of the XP boosters are additive. If you get the monthly one, this will be a 60% boost. Whatever the bonus we're getting from the event, this will add right on top of that. So yeah, always get those. I'm not casually buying it, man. I'm running Eulogy for a Saint. Do you see my gold situation? It's shambles. These. And... oh, and if you buy a second one, they don't stack. You buy a second one, it'll be 50% for 2 days. And you may as well have bought the 3-day one. So don't ever buy 2 thinking they'll stack like that. They won't. It'll just extend the timer. Let me see. Do we have any of the special ones? Where are the special ones? Crafting mats, runes, AP. Yeah, none of those help for running Eulogy. Maybe I'll do this and do some AP runs. I'm getting a little bit low on AP, right? I only have... I won't let me in, but I think I'm down to like 80,000 AP. Do I do my crafting daily? Yeah. I mean... I don't know if I got the room for it. Oh, I got the room. I got just enough room. Let's get in here before more gear drops. Craft, do a 10 pull, do a 10 pull quick. Got it. How to get more leaves? And that's it. Hoochie sells some, but that's it. Leafs are how Epic 7 makes money. Let's see. Get rid of these. Ooh. No speed on it. Get rid of this, this. Nope. Nope. Speed check that. Okay. That was 30 runs. We only had the XP booster for the last couple of runs, right? And we got 359,000. So just for safe math, let's say 355,000. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong number. We got 9773. Let's just say 9,500 stigma, right? Before we got the 50% booster, because that 50% booster was only active for the last 5 to 7 runs, right? So 9,700 stigma. Let's see what we get with a fresh run now that we have the 50% booster going. We'll see what the difference in stigma is from that. And let's... Oh, we never rolled this this awful Nightmare Raid stuff. Okay, well, we got a 4, so we go again. Show me another 4. Okay, that is terrible. We got this. How do we want this to roll? This is sloppy and all over the place. With speed and crit damage, if you please. Okay, we forgive 1 into the stat that we had no use for. Okay, we got the speed. Okay. Screw this piece in particular. Got the speed. Go again. What's the reason for farming Eulogy over Unrecorded? Double the amount of charm drops and about 20% more gold, and it's easier to farm, so you can easily friendship farm 3 to 4 units, whereas Unrecorded, typically you can only friendship farm 2 to 3 units. It's better in every single way, except it doesn't drop AP. But yeah, if you make 100 million gold farming Eulogy, you'll make 120 million gold farming. Sorry, if you made 100 million gold farming Unrecorded, you'll make 120 million gold farming Eulogy. If you got 100 charms to drop in Unrecorded, you'll get 190 charms to drop in Eulogy. It's that much better. It's totally worth the 900 Sky Stones to unlock it. It's detailed in one of my videos. If you just search TristenWulf farm, how to farm everything will jump right up. It explains it all in great detail with charts and graphs and PowerPoint presentation and 17 8x10 color glossies with names and notes on the back. Hey, Alphonse, good to see you. Does it drop bookmarks? I don't know. I don't think either of them do. I think bookmarks are on the hunt loot tables, but I don't think they're on the adventure loot table. Except that they could pop out a treasure chest. If they pop out a treasure chest, then both of them would drop it. Well, we'll... So far, no. How much Leafs would around 100 million gold take, though? It's about 1 million per 30 run. So you're talking about 130 runs. You're talking about... How much stamina per run? Math is hard. I can tell you that if I run it all day for 2 days, I'll easily get 150 million gold. Easily. And that's without buying the monthly packs. But I have to run it like 8 hours a day non-stop for 3 days. Okay, Fenne, on floor 9, can you take it further? 20 Leafs with 17 million worth of penguins, if that helps. There you go. That is broken down in that video too, I'm pretty sure. That buff block's a little unfortunate. That defense break's giga unfortunate. Finally, my 50% counter is working. Hello, 50% counter. I don't know if she has got the chops to solo this, guys. I think you have to get the right combination of relics, or you're gonna have to run her on a lifesteal set. I think with lifesteal set, that and having the right artifact. You know, let's try it. Screw it. We'll put her on a just whatever lifesteal set I've got laying around, right? Lifesteal and lots of HP, lots of crit chance. None of this, none of this, none of this, none of this, none of this. Sure, a little of this. Man, that's slow. That's okay, it's PvE. We can afford to be slow. Now that it's been a few days, how's Fenne's artifact Proof of Love? Absolute garbage tier, usable on no one but her on an injury build, and I don't think injury is going to be her best build. It's an artifact that really doesn't have a use. Her best in slot, I think, is by far and away going to wind up being Victorious Flag, but we'll have to see. Will Smilegate ever let us reopen Eulogy, considering it's so much better for endgame players? It sucks so much that I closed it. I suspect they will come up with a new farm that will be better than Eulogy. I know that that's something they were hinting around at. Maybe the Brawl mode will be a way to farm charms. They know charms are a big issue for us right now. But I doubt that they're going to make that change. Because once you close it, reopening it theoretically would let you get all the rewards again. And they don't want people, like, you know, stacking like that. So I suspect no. But they are, that was one of the big complaints that we brought up in one of the meetings, was it sucks that a 2018 side story is the best farm in the game. They really need to address charm and gold farming and give us a better way to do it. I remember Charm Altar. That was the old Hall of Trials. So we totally autoed right through that, right? With Lifesteal. When an ally defeats an enemy with a single attack, deals additional damage to all enemies. Hell yeah, let's go Fenne. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Rasta. Yeah, I mean, it's not that much of a difference from gold. I mean, 100 million versus 120 million. Yeah, like, it's 20% less, but still, it's not that big of a deal with how easy it is to make gold in this game. But the charms really hurt. They really need to give us a better way to farm charms. The fact that it is damn near half the amount of charms farming unrecorded, they need to figure a way around that. And they promised me they were working on it, and it was something that was coming soon. That was from a discussion I had with them back in October, which makes me think that one of the new things is one or both of the new things is addressing that. Maybe the changes to Guild Wars are going to add charms to the shop that we can use our Guild War points to buy. Maybe this repeatable brawl mode is going to have its own shop where you can buy charms. I don't know. They have been pecking away at it, right? The changes to Arena significantly increase the amount of charms we get. You no longer have to use conquest points to buy the current Arena gear, which frees up a shit ton of conquest points to spend on charms. The battle pass in the Arena is loaded with charms, so they are aware that there is a charm drought going on and that they need to do something about it. But like everything Smilegate does, none of it's going to be done fast. First it was Landy solo, now it's Fenne tower solo. We'll see. Landy's easier to solo. There's lots of units that can solo. First I think it was Green Violet. Green Violet I think was the OG soloing tower. Anything new tomorrow besides Payra? We will get an update and notification tomorrow. They will probably discuss more about the Brawl mode thing that I believe is coming out in February. Was it Brawl mode in February or was that in March? I think Brawl mode was February, Guild Wars was March. Am I remembering that right, or am I misremembering? Whichever one of those was February, that'll come out. We'll probably get a lot more detail on Tori. Probably maybe reveal her kit. The limited unit Tori that's coming in February. They'll probably do the full announcement on the Lunar New Year event. We'll probably be getting the Euphine Lunar New Year skin. I suspect an announcement for a rerun on Laya, and that event will happen again. That'll be announced. So yeah. Also on the day after, on Friday, we'll be announcing the balance patch, so we'll know what units are coming to the balance patch. Dude, 100% counter. Hell yeah. We're going to heal up just fine now. February, it's definitely the Tori unit. Guild War, I think, was March. I can't remember if the Brawl mode thing was February or March. I'd have to rewatch the video. So yeah, we should have a lot coming up. I hope FCC and Aravi are on the balance patch. I think FCC has a good shot at being on there. I think Operator Sigrid is definitely going to be on there. I think Aravi is going to be nowhere near any balance patch for the foreseeable future. Aravi was such a great disaster nightmare for the game that they broke their own game and had to nerf a unit just because they tried to counter Aravi. She was that good. And I don't think they're ever going to put themselves in a position again where they have Aravi be too damn unstoppable. I think she's had her time in the sun for a while. She's still very usable. I think it'll be a while before we see Aravi get touched. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but yeah. I don't think Smilegate's going to go there again anytime soon. I want C. Pavel on there because, yes, there's so many units that need more things than C. Pavel, right? We got Operator Sigrid, who is absolute gutter trash. We got Fallen Cecilia, who needs an entirely new kit because she's outclassed by dozens of knights. Who else we got? If you're going to buff Pavel, you're going to have to buff Strays and Alaika, because all three of them are in the same boat of things are just too tanky, and pen block is a thing now, and evasion is everywhere, and all three of those things screw those units over. Man, who else? Who else? Hang on, I'm getting a message. Ah, okay. Never mind. It wasn't that big of a deal. But anyway, Dark Corvus. It doesn't even work in Guild Wars anymore. I mean, there's a lot of units that need a little something something. Not to mention all of the units. God, all these suck. Not to mention all of the units who are in the camp of somebody else just does it better. Somebody who's easier to access just does it better. Like Astromancer Elena, like Little Queen Charlotte, Maid Chloe. Strays does need a damage buff. I think the mechanic that Strays uses just doesn't work in 2025, but yeah. Lionheart Sirmia. Bologna, I don't think needs a buff. Lionheart Sirmia does. Martial Artist Ken, I don't think needs a buff. Spirit Eye Celine, you gotta be really careful with. If you buff her, you could easily break the game. I mean, these are ones that need just a little touch up, right? Or they need their kits entirely changed. Make Green Charles great again. You really want Green XDD back? You want to hear correct your posture nonstop? Yeah, Bologna, ML Bologna's issue is a lot of people have her on counter set and it just doesn't work well anymore. You put her on a destruction build, she's still pretty good. I hope Blue Luna gets something. It's the year of the blue snake. Dragons are kind of snakes. She's an ice unit. It's right there in front of you, Smilegate. It's right there in front of you. Closer Charles recently got something. They're going to leave him alone for a while until they see if his changes had any lasting effect, right? They don't back-to-back buff units. You'll never see a unit on a balance patch and then again on the very next balance patch. I don't think that's ever happened, nor will it ever happen. People do not... No, I agree, Rasta. He's not used, but I'm just saying that... None of these help. I'm just saying that they did just buff him, and it's too early to have analytics on the impact of the buffs. They are going to want to give him at least 4 to 6 months before they look at it, and it's only been 2. Wake up! Counter! Don't get stunned. Why would you get stunned? You can't counter if you're stunned. Oh my god, this floor is awful. Feel like having pen strays is pen. So you want a anti-pen. I hate stacking things like that, right? I hate it when like the answer to this unit counters it is this unit counters the counter that counters that unit. It becomes an arms race and it's boring. But, you know, better option would just be to rework his kit. Why Melissa got balance patched so much? Because they buffed her and it didn't work, and then they buffed her again, it didn't work, and then they buffed her again and it kinda worked, and then they buffed her again and it nerfed the shit out of her. So they had to buff her again to bring her back from the nerf, and they finally got her right. And now Melissa is actually really good. They just couldn't figure out how to do it right. Another problem with Melissa too is they nerfed how curse works. And that shit'll, because otherwise Abigail would have been insane, but in nerfing how curse works, they totally destroyed Melissa too. So yeah, it was... Melissa went through it. I think they'll rework target debuff for Leica. I think target debuff should let you see through evasion more completely, not just 15%. Is it 15% it adds to get through evasion? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure they're going to touch like Strays, Cavil, those kind of things. They're changing that kind of, changing those units. They don't like to do more than 1 or 2 things for cleave on a balance patch. They do more than 1 or 2 things for cleave on a balance patch, and the turn 2 players cry like a 6-year-old with a skin knee. It's ridiculous. So you always see like turn 2, turn 2, turn 2, turn 2, turn 2. Here's a cleave buff that kind of doesn't work. Turn 2, turn 2. That's your balance patches. So kind of expect that, especially with ML Para coming out, who's like God's gift to cleave and aggro. I don't think you'll see a lot to swing that pendulum too far on this up and coming balance patch. But with how much of a sleeper the last balance patch was, kind of high hopes for this one. Another Mort style balance patch would be cool. Turn 2 got it nice. I can't see how they could complain besides Flan release. You do anything for cleave and turn 2 players scream like a chimpanzee on fire. I have never seen a larger group of people whine more about other styles of play getting buffed. When friggin' crap like Harsetti comes out, okay, that's not exactly fair. Cleavers complain about Harsetti, but turn 2 complain about her. Everybody complained about Harsetti because Harsetti is anti-fun. But when anti-cleave comes out, cleave goes, oh, I guess I'll just have to switch into a different style of cleave. I'll have to retool my units and figure out how to deal with this. When a cleave buff comes out, turn 2 players go, oh, that needs to be nerfed. Oh, don't make me change my style of play. So yeah, I don't know. Start of the battle, attack buff. She attack buffs herself. We do have that thing that gives increased attack. I'm looking at the second one with the speed buff. Sorry, I'm feeling saucy today. I am a evolve or get left behind kind of player, right? When I started out, I played turn 2, and when cleave got really strong, I shifted to cleave. And then when golden boys came out, I built the limited number of golden boys I had, and I did it. And when that didn't, when the golden boys started getting too strong, I started building control. I looked at the ways to defeat the current meta, and I played into that. I watched streamers who played the way I play and see how they were shifting to do it, and I changed my game. I built new units. I didn't sit there and bitch and moan and cry in my Cheerios that the way I like to play can't be played anymore. Just adapt. The only time I would bitch and moan is when something came out you couldn't adapt to. Hua Young, Harsetti. When things like that came out that you just can't adapt to, I bitched about that, and I don't think I was alone. Harsetti forced pre-ban. Illy, Opsig, Young Senya is really cancer now. That's what I think we're rolling into. Maybe I'm wrong, guys, but I really think, it's not, we don't have allies, so that's not going to work. I'm going with this one. Because we got the 100% counter. Hey, we're close friends now. Now she'll let me pet her snake or something. Dude. Was it -8 stamina there? What was I bitching about? Oh yeah, I was bitching about other people bitching about things. Awkward. Wow. That hit hard. Middle device procs off self, does it? Interesting. You're right, because allies means anyone on the team. Oh well, we could have gone with that. It is what it is. Anyway, adapt or get the fuck out. If you're playing the same way after an entire year, how boring is that? Your game should be changed. You should have to grow and adapt with a changing game. And sometimes that's going to move away from the ways you like to play, and sometimes it's going to move into the ways you like to play. But I've just always been a fan of the fact that Epic 7 does change it up. They do make units that completely change the way you have to play. At least up until recently. I'm worried about Peyra. I'm worried that everybody has to pre-ban Harsetti now if they want to have any semblance of a fun game, and I think Peyra is going to be the same. So this season is going to be a unique world where we have to figure out how to play without pre-bans. Because you're effectively going to have no pre-bans this season because you're going to be required to pre-ban Peyra and Harsetti to be able to play the game. So kind of figure out how you're going to want to play in a world with no pre-bans. Yikes. Yeah, Harsetti is permanently pre-banned. I mean, there's always only one or two people say, well, I don't pre-ban her. And they're usually people that just want to try to play her. They got first pick and they want to pick her, but their opponent will pre-ban her. 70% pre-ban rate means across 2 players, there's a very slim chance that you're going to be able to get Harsetti through. I think a lot of the people that don't pre-ban Harsetti are banking on the other person pre-banning Harsetti. Asflan is never getting out of jail. You say that, and then you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to fight X Jello's 200 or 326 speed ML Peyra. Have fun with that. There's at least counters to Flan. I don't see a lot of counters to Peyra. I see very, very few counters to Peyra. If the meta is this oppressive, why not just delete pre-bans altogether to have more options to counter as well as the... I really don't think that's a good idea. If you don't let people pre-ban units, then you don't allow them to strategize specific teams that they're building, because all of the counters are on the table, and there are so many counters on the table. Yeah, I think you kill entire styles of play. I think you require everyone to play standard or tank down at that point. I think aggro is gone. I think cleave is gone. I think control is gone. I think I even think some of standard would be tough. I'd rather fight that. Stay away from RT. Yeah, I'm kind of staying away too. Well, yeah, because unlimited tempo and tempo is king. If you delete pre-bans, cleave and aggro no longer exists with Harsetti in the game. I think the answer is seasonal rotating pre-bans based on the pick away, or not seasonal, but bi-weekly rotational pre-bans based on the bans last week, right? You have everybody gets their normal 2 pre-bans, and then also every 2 weeks, based on how often they were used, certain units are pre-banned. And then when you get to the last week of RTA, the rotational pre-bans go away, and it's normal so that people can push for their frames just fine, but it keeps the weeks leading up to it interesting. You get to see what it's like to play RTA and climb an RTA. It makes it a different game every 2 weeks of the 13 or 12-week season. For the 12-week season, we get 5 unique weeks. And then the last week will still feel unique because there will be no rotational bans. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that would bring some new techs. People would constantly come out like, okay, what's banned this week? Oh, this week it's Ilanov. Strays and Leica are back on the table. Oh, this week it's Zeo. Harsetti is a monster. You know, it would be interesting. It would, and that's what we need, right? The biggest complaint about RTA is not Harsetti. The biggest complaint about RTA is not Cleave. The biggest complaint about Harsetti is that it's stale. Is that it's boring. It's boring to watch. It's even more boring to play. It's the same 10 units over and over again. Well, what if we did something to make it not be the same 10 units? What if they put in rotational bans? It's not like it matters if you're Masters this week or Masters on week 12. It's only the last few days that matter on the push, right? Or the last week if you're going for just a Masters frame. So why not mix it up a little bit? What about four pre-bans? It's still just an arms race, you know. It's like next year it'll be 6 pre-bans, and then, you know, it's I don't know. I'm not so much a fan of. I do think 3 pre-bans is warranted, but they could solve it with rotational pre-bans. I think actually two pre-bans is fine, and then there should be a mid-draft ban. You know, you get to both sides get to draft 3 units, and then there's a ban, and then both sides get to draft 3 more units, and there's your 5, and then you ban at the end. You pick 3, one's banned. You pick 3 more, one's banned. Game starts. I kind of had hoped that was the direction Smoggate was going. They had hinted at it, but then they said, we had 8% more fights last season than the season before, even though the season before we had like 40% fewer players than the season before that because third pick ban protection made everybody stop playing. But hey, it went up 8%, so that's improvement. So we're keeping everything the same because obviously that means everybody likes it. I'm still mad about that, and I'm still not playing RTA until they start listening to their community when it comes to RTA. They could experiment the seasonal bans in draft mode. They could experiment during preseason. It's the whole point of preseason. Remember when they used to do that? Remember when preseason was exciting? They do crazy shit. Remember when Soul Weavers had plus 10 speed? Remember when you killed somebody, it had a sachet Thanes effect? They did some wild shit in preseason, and it was crazy. A lot of it was really unpleasant to fight against, but you knew it was okay because it was temporary. They were just throwing shit against the wall and seeing what stuck, and that was fun. I kind of enjoyed that, and they haven't done that in almost 2 years. It's been almost 2 years since preseason has been different than main season. And you can't say, we've got the perfect formula, never change anything. In a live service game, having a live service game be the exact same format year after year is not good for the success of a game. The whole reason people play live service games is because they are evolving, they're changing. It's fun and compelling to see what's going to happen next and to alter your ability to play into that. You don't want the change to come too fast or people will feel like they're floundering and can never stay ahead of it. You don't want people to like, finally I got it just the way I want, and then you rug pull and everything's different. But you don't want people to be like, finally, like, everything the way I want it. And here we are, 8 months later. I'm still pressing the same buttons, using the same units. And then 8 months later, I'm still the same. And now we're starting to complain. It's boring, it's stale. I want something new and something different. Okay, thanks for the rework to Arena. That wasn't what I'm talking about. How about this thing we're complaining about? Oh, okay, thanks for the AI-written infographic telling us that we really liked the thing that we all agreed consensus-wise on a survey that we all hated, and that you promised you were going to change and discuss with us, and, you know, totally didn't bother mentioning it or showing any work. But okay, here we are. And that's why people leave. That's why guilds are struggling for members. That's why fewer and fewer people are playing RTA. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope that they're starting to get the message on that. Ooh, what else we got? At the start of the battle, grants a barrier. Screw that. Let's do this. Anyway. Damn, they're making $3 million a month. Yeah, Smoggate makes a stable, good amount of money. That's why people who say it's end of service, I'm like, nobody EOSs when they're on the top 30 income chart, guys. That's crazy. But it doesn't bode well that we're going to see really impactful changes. So, oh man, you really want to play with a unit you're not highly geared with getting banned. You really want to play with a unit you're not highly geared with getting banned. It's a good gimmick. I mean, if we're talking about rotational pre-bans, we're talking about this is announced ahead of time, right? It's not like you're surprised with it. It'll be in the monthly, in the bi-weekly patch notes. Hey, after maintenance tonight, you can't use Ilanov for 2 weeks in RTA. You can still use her in draft mode. You can still use her in mock battles and lobbies and tournaments and stuff. But for ladder, no Ilanov and no Harsetti. And then the following week's like, okay, Harsetti and Ilanov are back. Now Zio and Ran are gone. Okay, Zio and Ran are back. Now BBK and Janua are gone. And just rotate around, see what happens. And you can do this during preseason, right? You could do it every week. Literally every week during preseason. You would get 4 rotations through and gauge how much the community likes it or hates it. Because believe me, they won't be quiet about it. If they think it's ass, if they think it's chaotic and terrible, Reddit will explode. But it's preseason, so who cares? And then you can say, turns out you guys bloody hated this, so we're not going to do it for season. Or you could say, RTA participation shot through the roof during preseason when nobody does RTA because everything was different and crazy. So we're going to try it for a season, see how it goes. But don't worry, we're going to let you use your full force for the last week of season, and that way you'll be able to bring your best A game for your final push. Easy peasy. I don't care what they do as long as they try things. I would even be fine if they went back to randomly giving classes speed or changing effects in the fight. Just something to make it not so damn vanilla. To make the only change to RTA we get is here's a new unit, and that's your change to RTA. I don't like that. I want a dynamic changing experience. It's what we've had for a really long time with Epic 7. You look back at 2018 to 2019 to 2020 to 2021. The games it was a totally different game every single year. Framework was the same, but there was always crazy change. But like 2022 forward, what's changed? We added draft mode. We shit all over Arena and Hall of Trials. We didn't add any more Abyss. We didn't add any more Labyrinth. We didn't add any more PvE except for like some of the events. They put some development time into the events, right? It wasn't always just story puzzle, right? They tried different things. We got the Rhythm Surfer, we got the beach volleyball, we got the Biblis's Garden, we got children running around an AI map in the winter barefoot. We at least had, and some of those hit and some of those didn't. Some people loved some of them, some people hated some of them, but at least they tried and they came out with different stuff. Why aren't they putting that level of intentional change and development into the PvP aspects of this game? It is their most visible aspect of the game. It's the part of the game that when people go to YouTube and they Google Epic 7, it's usually what they find is streamers doing RTA. When you go, I bet you if I go to Twitch right now, and let's see, we go to Twitch right now, and we look at the Epic 7 category, and we look at what these people are doing. Look at this, RTA. What's Xander doing?
Aquí estoy viendo mucha pieza roja. A ver.
Oh, he's just doing regular arena. He got me there. Vic Chun.
Damn, it's not every day you get to see a
He's gearing for RTA, but it's Vic Chun. Deity up here doing the PvP stuff. You got Dim Sum doing a profile card. God damn. That's talent. It's the most visible aspect of the game. Why aren't we making sure it stays engageable? Something to look at. If it was my company, I'd run it very differently. It's all I got to say. But hey, you know what? They're making $3 million a month. I'm not making $3 million a month. So good on them. Cautiously optimistic. We got a lot of new stuff coming in that roadmap, and I'm hoping some of it's good. MFers gave us Kid Senya, the BTFO, Harsetti, and now I have to deal with people putting her and Harsetti on the same team. Man. Guess it's on my laptop. I had a great picture about that. Deity is not making a beginner's guide? Did I miss it? I already closed it. Oh well. I'm trying to do something with the Abyss or Lab. It's overlooked on some point now. Damn, Juan. Send pictures. Doggo in the snow. Ooh, these guys have heal buffs. We might be here for a hot minute, guys. Nah, never mind. We're good. Please, more automation tower. I'd like for them to release automation hard mode. I'd like it to be the original auto tower, which I know is going to make a lot of people go, no, that was awful. That was awful back in like 2020, 2021. You think it's really going to be awful now? Back then, you had to have Dark Corvus to clear certain floors. You think we won't be able to like force our way through it with some of the new monstrosities we've got now? Lias and Lethes doing basically the same thing. I think that original Automaton tower was just ahead of its time. It was basically an abyss that renewed every month with fat rewards. I think we could do that. Do artifact effects persist after the unit dies? They do not. Only imprints. Only imprints and Christie's effect. Nothing else persists after death. I've seen a couple of guides recommending you put artifacts on units to get the bonuses for Fenne and Rift. 100% fake news. It does not work. We proved it on stream by putting an artifact that boosted Fenne's HP. You know, it's the an artifact that increases the HP of the front row unit, and when my back row unit died, Fenne lost that bonus HP. Because the artifact went away, and so did the bonus HP with it. I had to test it because I was worried they maybe changed it because so many were trying to convince me that was true. I'm like, man, I know it's not, because when my unit that was holding Midnight Bloom died, suddenly I stopped critting. So I knew it didn't used to be that way, but we tested to make sure, and yeah, that is still the mechanics. Artifact effects do not persist. I need a quality of life that lets me do just one transfer gear from here. I'll do you one better, Namoa. What if there was a button on the character sheet that said Save Gear Loadout? And when you click it, it snapshots all the gear that's on your character and lights up the button. And then you can take that gear, put it wherever you want, but when you go back to that sheet, you hit that button, and it spends the gold and unequips that gear from whoever it's on and puts it back where it belongs. And you can do that to all your units. You can save all their gear loadouts, and then you can go and build whatever the hell you want for whatever PvE content you need, and then you push that button and put all your gear back. Pop an unequipped scroll, button, boom, your account's all back the way it was. No taking screenshots, no using fribbles for a memory, no writing shit down. Just put all the gear back where it belongs at the push of a button. Almost every gear-dependent gacha game has that. Even Final Fantasy Brave freaking Exvius had that after a couple years. We are 6 years in and we don't have savable gear loadouts. That is my number one ask. Before a Penguin slider, before changes to RTA, before Sirmia gets a buff. Give me that gear loadout. It's criminal that we don't have that in this game. Warrior, Soul Weaver uses a non-attack skill. Boo! Redhead buff. That's right. Buff all the redheads. Hey, rather bored person. Thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Cheers. Thank you so much. I want a different save gear option for PvP and PvE. You know what? I'll take anything. I'll take anything. I think gear loadout would be my number one ask. My number two ask would be a button beside the gear loadout that says lock gear. And if you click that, using the in-game fribbles will ignore the gear that's currently on the locked unit. So you can gear a unit, lock it, then gear the next unit and lock it, and then gear the next unit and lock it, and not have it constantly try to use the exact same fucking gear on every single DPS you want to gear in the game, and it makes the in-game gearing system worthless. Iron Twig, thank you for the sub. My number three ask would be in that in-game fribbles, that in-game gearing system, to let us enter a number. To not just give slides, but to, beside the slides, there's a spot where you can enter a number where instead of the slide, you can enter a freaking number, and you can put in 85 on the crit chance. You can put 100% on the crit chance. You can put 350 on the crit damage, whatever, and you can force it to find, you know, it won't build the unit without the crit chance, because who wants to build like a Zahak with 48 crit chance, and there's 2% of the time he just doesn't work, right? Thought I was gonna forget about his 50% crit chance bonus, didn't you? Those three things would revolutionize the game. They would practically eliminate the need to use fribbles. It would literally make the in-game fribble system replace fribbles for 99% of the player base, which would be huge. People being in the game gearing their units instead of using a third-party software outside of the game to gear their units. It would let people who only play on devices gear on equal footing with people on computers who have an innate advantage because they get to use fribbles. It would allow us to be able to go into PvE and say, screw it, I'm just going to do Abyss today. I don't have to worry about writing down where everything went because I know where it went. I just pulled this brand new unit Para. I want to build her as fast as I can, but I can't steal anything from my Luna or from my Ran. Go. In-game fribbles works. Can't do that now, because there's no way other than to take that gear off of Luna and Ran and put it in your storage and then run the in-game fribbles. There's no way to keep it from using their gear to build your Para, right? You actually have to hide it from the game in your storage, then build the unit, and then take that out of storage and put it on there. That is stupid. Can fribbles import from the PC client? Absolutely. Did it just yesterday. The snippet is now in the Discord of the doggo. What's this? What the fuck's this? Come into my house day after my birthday. You walk into my house and you show me this? You show me this? Get the fuck out of here. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? I hope you learned your lesson. That's crazy. Holy shit, man. Congrats on your 1 out of 5. I've been playing this game for 6 years. You know what's sad? Is I only have one piece of gear. One piece of gear that's faster than his gear at level 85. This is my second fastest piece of gear right here before he upgrades it. Madness. Absolute madness. 9 months playing this game. I don't know why you're still in Chattanooga. You should be in a car, heading around to the nearest convenience store and buying a lottery ticket. The gates are open, you're squandering it, get your ass out there and go win $1 million, because that's your next step. The odds are actually better than what you just did. Disgusting. Level 2 damage stacking? Don't mind if I do. And one of them is on a lifesteal helmet. You know what my first over 20 speed piece of gear was, Iron Twig? Very first time, I rolled 21 speed. It was my very, very first over 20 speed. I rolled 21 speed. It was on boots. I wish I was kidding. It was on boots. I don't know how I made it through that day. I almost stopped playing Epic 7 after that happened. Those boots are actually, like, goated, right? They're some of the best pen set boots I have. They're insane boots. But I wasn't seeing any of that at the time. At the time, yeah. There was no amount of consoling. No amount of, no, really, it's good if you think of it this way. Nah, I wasn't hearing it, man. It was my first over 20 speed piece, and I was pissed. Oh my god, are we gonna be able to beat this, guys? Hit BBK and Procker. We need to get her out of the way. Oh my god. Proc. Oh my god. Kill. Good. One down. Ken's deciding to show me who's the best. When Harsetti came out, I tried crafting some HP boots for her and ended up crafting 19 speed HP pen set boots. I tried to craft some, a nice injury ring for Fenne, and I wanted to go with crit damage and defense as the main stats. So I got one with speed, crit damage, defense, and flat defense on it, and it quad-rolled speed. So she's wearing a 19 speed ring because that's just the way that shit works. You know, you're out there fishing for something, and the game says, "Nah, how about this?" Wonder when I'll get mine. I've been playing since Emmett Lilinov. I have been playing since DN. The original one. 2018. And I've got 124, 3 23s, and a metric fuck ton of 22s and 21s, but not a single 25 plus. Do I think Smilegate will nerf Fenne given that she can dominate most PvE content? No, definitely not. I do think they will probably move up or come out with new PvE content that's more challenging. I think Fenne might be the watershed moment for us to see Expedition level 4s, Hunt 14s, maybe a hard mode for Abyss. I do think they're going to have to step up their PvE game because Fenne's not the first, right? She's just the most obvious. How many units have come out now that can solo Banshee, right? Used to be like, oh, I missed Guilty Gears, I don't have Biken, I can't farm Banshee, and now it's like, oh, just quick battle and solo it with the child, or solo it with Schneal. I mean, there's just so many different, solo it with Clury. It's not like this is the first time, it's just, this is the first time where she's been able to do it for a whole bunch of things, right? Yeah, go for it, Vegeta. If you want to hurt me, you can do it too. Night, Earth, blech. Bad devices. Holy crap, we're all the way up to floor 20 just soloing with Fenne, guys. Hunt 14 with epic drops only would be nice, right? I'd be down. I just came back to the game. Anything interesting? This. It's not mine. Don't leave, it's not mine. Anything interesting? I don't know how long ago you left the game, but if you remember Brawl mode with Galililius, right? The Epic 7's version of TFT, right? They're making it seasonal repeatable content, and that's supposed to come out either February or March. I can't remember which. They're completely revamping the Guild Wars system. Not a lot of details on that, but it looks like instead of 1 stronghold and 3 towers, We're going to have 3 strongholds, each defended by 3 towers, so more chance for guild members to be more impactful. And they say they're going to revamp the reward system too, so who knows what else is going to come out of the Guild War change. We've got a transformation unit, I think, limited unit coming out in February. Convenience store worker by day, streamer by night girl. They fired the entire North America customer service office except for one guy and have him working from home. And then had ChatGPT tell us that we all really love RTA, and that any comments to the contrary are misguided, I guess. So that's annoying. I think that about covers the past 2 months, right? Oh, the Lunar New Year is coming up, so Lunar New Year, Eufine, Epic 7. So we should get this skin.
Finish them.
There we go. So we should get this skin, right? It was released for China last week. I suspect it'll be an hour balance patch this week. It's not confirmed, but I think it will be. More damage stacking, dude. Oh no, please do not ban me. Jerk. Yuck. Please don't ban me. Don't show me stuff that means you deserve to get banned. Lunar New Year tomorrow already? Yeah, it's the 29th. I'm out of leaves. Oh wait, I'm not out of leaves. The stupid thing. I hate that. I hate that freaking dark pattern where they put the what used to be the buy leaves button and they changed it to the buy a pack button. Jerks. Is Harsetti not nerfed yet? No, they released the cheater unit, Child Senya, to be a hard counter for Harsetti, and much like AOL was designed to stop Cleave and then she joined Cleave, Child Senya just joined Harsetti and made her even harder to deal with, so that was fun. The statistics came out and Harsetti had a 70% pre-ban rate last season. 70%. 2 seasons ago, you know, the last time we had a balanced decent season before third pick ban protection, no unit had more than a 45% pre-ban rate. Now we have 2 units, a 70% and a 68% pre-ban rate. And I don't know who people are going to let off the chain to deal with Peyra when she comes out. We do have Peyra coming out. Have you seen Peyra yet? Give me a second. Ugh, her animation looks so weird. Why are you not coming up in my list? They baited everybody with ML Hua Young and she was not very good. And I cannot find ML Peyra. So this is happening. So we're pretty excited about this. And she's not a Suin anymore. She is full on human, no tail. Yeah, right? Gird your wallet, guys. I rolled a 27 piece. No. I wouldn't be in front of the computer. I'd be running around screaming like a maniac outside. No, that's some jerk in chat who decided to make me feel bad about my gear. And then we got this Fenne unit who encompasses just about every anime fetish you could think of. She's completely insane. She's got daddy issues. Literally thinks her snake is daddy. Gets like sexually turned on when the snake bites her. Is wearing a straitjacket. Is batshit insane. Going around just trying to establish family. And can handle just about every form of PvE. She solos Wyvern. She solos Banshee. She two-mans A13. She two-mans Cadies. It looks like she's soloing Auto Tower. She solos Rift from like RC2. Like the very beginning, she solos Rift. We're able to use her to two-man full auto Jewel Leaf Council, and she also works against Executioner Carcanus. Yeah, what can't Fenne do? Evidently get a good device. So yeah, is her banner still up? It still is up. Go pull. I pulled a second one just in case. Payra Thursday, Balance Patch Friday, correct. Maintenance tomorrow. Maintenance podcast. Balance, or tonight, or tomorrow morning, we should get, I mean, like early tomorrow morning, like 12 hours from now, we should get the, used against Council. Yeah, you just use her and Hua Young, Bystander Hua Young, and you press auto and walk away, come back, it's over. Where was I? Yeah, tomorrow morning we should get the update notes, right? And it'll probably talk about limited unit Tori coming next month. It'll probably tell us about the Lunar New Year event that they're running more. We'll probably get information about the Euphine skin. We might get a little bit of a teaser about other stuff coming in February. That's all I'm really kind of expecting. Then Wednesday night we'll go into maintenance, and Thursday morning ML Payra will be pullable, and then on Friday we will get the announcement on who will be in the February 14th balance patch. So we can start looking at what units are going to get what, look at the improvements to them and see if it changed anything. We don't know for sure who's going to be on that, but we strongly suspect it's going to be Operator Sigrid and FCC, just based on some teasers they've let out, but we'll see what else we get. I pitied OpSig just for this buff. It's a bold move, Sonny. I hope it works out for you. I hope the whale shop... Yeah, we also find out the rotation for the whale shop. For those of you who are sitting on 60 coins, you get to see who's coming next, so you can decide whether or not you buy current MLs or if you save for later. Operator Sigurd's definitely getting a rework, because one of the things that we noticed is that currently in-game, if you, let's just pull her up real quick. Operator Sigrid. I want you to check this out. What do you see, what do you see down here? Don't tell him. Let him see if he can spot it. Yeah, you see it? 0 out of 5. See a little bar underneath of the green bar? There's nothing you can do to increase this. There's nothing in her kit that mentions focus or fighting spirit. But suddenly this is in the game. All of a sudden this appeared. So they're turning her into a focus fighting spirit resource unit. So she's going to do something based on that. So that's how we kind of know. They kind of tipped their hand that she's on this balance patch that's going to be announced on Friday, because why else suddenly would she have a bar that never changes or moves in game as assets in the game? So clearly they're doing something with Operator Sigurd. We don't know what. But adding resources to her is a pretty major overhaul. I need Fenne RRL. She's my type. There's a whole lot to unpack in that sentence, Wasaru. People who say that, like, I can fix her, I'm always like, why don't you try to cure cancer? Or like, solve world hunger? You know, unified theory of physics. All these things are easier than trying to fix that hot mess, because, holy crap, from bare feet to daddy issues to bondage to masochism to... Did they miss any fetishes? I think they touched them all with Fenne. Is Fenne good in Expo? She increased my fire expedition speed from 2 minutes and 40 seconds to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. She literally shaved 10% off of my fire expo speed. So yeah, pretty freaking good. Yep, I just use my standard Fire Expo team, but drop Tamarin and put Fenne in her place. That's it. Oh, and turn Camilla's skills on. You can also use Singelica or Archdemon Shadow. Both of them would work, but I like Camilla with her skills on. Works great. I'll go run one after this, you can see it. It's pretty crazy. And none of this is with PvE skill or PvE gear. All of this is freaking injury gear that doesn't matter, and pen gear, which barely matters into a defense break. Wasn't maintenance last week? Was it? Did I hit my head? Was it last week? I don't think so. No, we went straight into Fenne. Yeah, we went straight into the Fenne banner. There was no maintenance last week's. Maintenance will be tomorrow. Hey, display unit, my man. Thank you for the sub, buddy. I appreciate it.
We are loving the Fen run.
Archdemon or ML Pera? ML Pera. Do you do RTA? Do you care about RTA or Arena and maybe Guild Wars? Are those things important to you? Then it's ML Pera. If you were just a PvE Andy and you don't really care about, you know, PvP side at all, you'll probably get a little more use out of Archdemon. But nah, it's still Pera. It's still Pera, guys. I mean, come on. It's definitely Pera. Yeah, I have 4,000 Mystics in a Dream. Level 1 explosive. Front row counter. Okay, more damage on the counter. Okay, guys, this is it. Final floor. Chop. This one's going to be tough with Tamarin. Do you think we'll be able to out-heal Tamarin? Or out-damage Tamarin? I'm wailing for her hard. I really hope I don't have to wail. I really, really hope. It's gonna be better in Villager. I mean, if you're gonna play her with Harsetti for sure, but good luck getting either of them through, much less both of them. I think they'll both be permabanned. Tristen, my Sky Stones reach 0, re-rolling the shop for Fenne. Did you try doing the doing the Discover card quest? I hear if you do that, it drops a ton of Sky Stones. Should I like that my Discover card's got a doggo on it? I love that. Saving up for a house home slice? A house isn't going to cost you like, you know, don't let me talk you out of it, man. You're making the smart decisions. Don't spend money on a tap booba waifu game if you've got other shit going on. You will be fine. Besides, you'll get her, man. She'll come home. Just keep being lucky. Focus on being lucky. Oh no, I got her. You did not. You did not. For real? Tell me you're not kidding. No, I've had just her. I just used all my sky stones. Oh no, you did. Oh, you did get her. You just used your sky stones. See, you're fine then, man. I mean, I'm sure this limited tour unit's not going to be that good anyway. And you'll just one-tap her anyway, right? Just be lucky. Make the conscious decision to be lucky. That's all you need to do. I haven't spent money in several months, so I'm hoping that my luck holds strong. We've been doing pretty good recently. Up to and including today was another 5-star. It was Alabastron, but still, buck's a buck. So far, knock on wood, gates are still wide open over here. How are we doing? Oh, Tam's almost dead. Oh, kill her before she transforms. Yes. Yes. It's good. Tam is down, guys. I saved my 4 to 5-star galaxy pull for Thursday. I've saved my 4 to 5-star galaxy pull for Thursday. Smart move. And remember, Wretched Rose was kind of also teased, so it looks like she's coming as a 4-star again here pretty soon, too. One would think. Just casually forgot the pull. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. What runes do I have for this run? Buff application. The big one that we got that was really helpful was the 100% counter. Once we got the 100% counter, we stopped having issues with health. And I think that's really the only one that matters, right? Is the other ones are just damage stacking ones, right? When you kill something with a single target hit, you get pop damage, additional damage from single target hits. But the 100% counter rate is really what stacked it up. And we did change her gear. To be fair, this is not my normal Fenne. We went in. X-Shot! Thank you for the sub, buddy. You're the man. I appreciate it. We went into the manager, we hit recommended, we said just give us a lifesteal, and I ran this down, this up, I left that alone, ran this up, that up one, and that down, and just push this button, and it just loaded this lifesteal set that's not currently on anybody. It's nothing exciting, but it was getting the job done, and since it's PvE, we were okay with the slow speed. And she just ran people over. The lifesteal kept her alive, and the vial was necessary to get us past the stages where the enemy was stunning her. So this got us past the stun, this kept us healthy, and we autoed the entire auto tower. Now I need to put a real gear back on, so let's see, we were going with an injury set. Oh wait, just recommended. Recommended for injury and pen, this all the way up, that down, that to here, here, and here, and crit down a little more. Perfect. And we'll put her back on her own artifact. That'll get us the 13% crit chance, which will get us over 100%. This doesn't feel right. This is still not right. She's missing defense. And HP. It would be nice if we had a gear loadout button that we could just push and see what goes where. Damn it. Okay, let's see here. Injury pen, hide equipped. Twenty-three 13, 23 13, 26 20, 26 20, 25 13, 25 13, 35 11, 35 12, 8 9 12, 8 9. Okay, so it's the neck that's wrong. Thirty-five 11 5 8 35 11 5 8. There we go. That's better. Is it really though? 3 less speed for 62 defense? Huh. Huh. Figure it out later. Kind of a push. They're pretty much the same. Her S2 gives her 30% crit. Her 30% crit from her S2 is already built into the stats. Okay, guys? This increased crit, anytime you see it say increases a stat by a certain amount and it's not conditional, it's just in there, it's already built into the stats. If you pull a brand new Fenne, 1 second. Summon storage. Got one in here, right? Yeah, here we go, Fenne. See, it's already in there. She's got no gear on, but it shows plus 30 and it shows 45. So the plus 30 is already reflected in the stats. It already shows as an adder even when she has no gear on. So if you're sitting there at 70%, you are not at 100% crit because the 30% is already factored in. Artifacts, however, her own artifact plus 13 artifacts do not add in. The flat stats from the artifact factor in, but bonuses from the artifact do not factor in. So that's something to be aware of when you're building units, when you're building them in fribbles, when you're getting ready to gear them. Kind of be aware of that. It can bite you in the butt pretty easily. You'll find the same thing with Terranor Guard, that his dual attack chance is 8%, and as you level this, it will increase the innate, right? Watch here. Let's skill him up here, and Now it shows 9%. So if it's an unconditional passive part of their kit, it will already show down here. So just kind of be aware of that. All right. Yeah, once you get to RC21, guys, you can run any artifact at any speed. Potion vial, speed tuning, all of that is centered around keeping debuffs off of her. And once you get to RC21, you no longer can be debuffed. So the sky's the limit on builds, on gear, on artifacts, on speed, whatever you want to do, go nuts. Yeah, I was RC1 a couple days ago. RC21 a couple of days ago. So at RC21, this is the controller loadout that you want. At RC2 to 7, you want this. Once you hit RC8, switch to this because these two combined will keep you alive just fine. There's no reason to use this once you've got this. Once you've got this, the boss does so little damage, and this plus this does so much damage, she heals just fine. So you'll be able to do one turn clear. Even with a crap build, you'll do a one turn clear by here. And then once you pick this one up, you will fly. Yeah, RC15 is zooming. Yeah, once you pick this one up, you'll fly through it. At this one, I honestly think you could probably do any speed at this one because even if you're silenced, it'll probably still clear because you're doing so damn much damage. And then once you get to RC21, this is where you can just do whatever the hell you want. What pet skills do I use when farming charms? Just realized my side story farm stopped. Book of Memories, Eulogy. Double AP doesn't really do anything because there's no AP here. Chance to get an additional random rare catalyst. That's nice. Occasionally a cata can drop. And side story currency for when I'm doing side stories. There's nothing that really impacts charm, so just get the one that gives you additional catalysts. This is my side story pet. This is everybody's side story pet. It's the best combo of stuff to have on a pet. Now, that is one thing about hunts is hunts do give you an additional chance to drop a charm. It's only 11%, but 1 in 10 runs you'll get a charm. So you do get a little bit more charms farming Wyvern than you do farming Rift. But Wyvern and Rift really aren't about charms. They're about gear. You want charms, you farm Unrecorded History. It's all in that video. Search TristenWulf Farm. It'll give you all the detail you could ever want. Did I compare Dust from Eulogy for a Saint versus Unrecorded History? Yes. I guess we're pulling this back up here. Damn. For hunts. So the powder difference was practically the same. Now, Unrecorded History, you're getting like level 45 gear, so you get more powder per piece of gear, whereas Eulogy for a Saint, you're getting level 15 gear, which gives a lot less powder, but you get a significantly larger amount of gear from Eulogy for a Saint. So it's pretty similar. It is slightly less. You do get slightly more powder from Unrecorded History, but it's not enough to really. It's like 10% less. So 10% less powder for 90% more charm drop. It's still way better. Also with gold, yeah. Again, you're selling 45 gear versus selling 15 gear. You're fighting higher level units, so the gold in Unrecorded is slightly better Again, about 10% better gold in unrecorded than in eulogy, but gold and powder aren't really where the big money is. The big money is stigma and charms. Powder is nice, but charms are where it's at. Gold is nice, but stigma is where it's at. That's why you use the stigma, the XP buff over the gold buff when you're farming. But yeah, all the data's in the video. Oh, it's not a waste of time, buddy. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I think I have some... How close am I on friendship farming these units? We gotta make room for Peyra. Is Peyra light or dark? I can't remember. Is Peyra light or dark, guys? Dark. Okay, so... Let's see. What do I have here? Ooh. I'll have to think about who to use these on. Oh, those two. No. No, no. There it is. Okay, we'll get these. Just be that much more ready for Peyra when she shows up. You know what? I know who we're going to use these on. We're going to pull us some Peyras. We need Peyra imprints, right? Okay, let's go get some Peyra imprints. Imagine you getting Fairy Tale Tenebria. It'd be pretty crazy to get a limited unit outside of her banner range. I see you also have the Epic Dash gearboxes. What to do with those? I'll use them at some point in time. Alrighty. Whew. Surely there's a Peyra hiding in here somewhere. Peyra, come on, girl. Not Rima. Okay, it ended with an A. It's not even close. Come on, come on. Give me a Peyra. Come home, girl. Not sad nun with porn in her book. You know it's actually canon that she's like got porn in her book. She hides it in her Bible to look at when nobody's looking. It's legit canon. It's gonna crack. It's gonna turn gold, and then it's gonna sparkle. It's gonna turn gold. Hey, Pearl. Go put on some pants. Alright, alright. The big ones, the big ones. Show me Peyra! Oh! I can never be sad about pulling Rose. I love me some Rose. But you know what I'd love more? Show me a Wolf Girl. Wolf Girl! Oh, Wolf Girl! Wolf Girl! Wolf Girl! Show me a thief! Show me a thief! Show me a thief! Show me... It's a thief! It's a thief! It's a thief! Son of a bitch! This game is playing with my emotions. Alright. Guess we're ready for ML Ran. God damn, when that was a thief, I thought we were just winning all day long. Asked for a wolf girl, got an elf boy, right, Juan? Oh, well. I got a lot of secret shop refreshing to do. I gotta go earn more gold to do it. I gotta sell a lot of stigma. Yeah, Smallgate. Where is my penguin slider? Why is this literally the only way to sell penguins? Nobody likes doing this, Smallgate. You know how long it's going to take to go through 800,000 stigma? Oh my god. Okay. We'll do that later. Hey Tristen, I made something before. Can I have your opinions at the time, not on stream, on how to prove for stigma? Yeah, sure. Yeah, hit me up after stream, Kaiser. You know what really bothers me about it, Iron Twig? It's that we don't have a slider to buy the penguins. But we have a slider to sell the penguins. I think that's what bothers me the most. Is we can't buy the penguins with a slider, but we can sell the penguins with a slider. And that just feels so stupid. Alright. Guys, I think I'm tapped. I'm gonna go make dinner. So we'll find somewhere to raid you guys off to. Appreciate you being here. Maybe we'll make a 50 more shades video for Fenne showing off her use in Katie's as well as her use in Auto Tower. Man, I can't think of anything else to use Fenne in. Like, literally, we used her everywhere. I'm sure there's some Abyss floors that she'll just solo. Nightmare Queen. Unfortunately, that's said and done. Let me just check something real quick. What was it? It was 92 is the one everybody bitched about, right? Or was it 91? No, it wasn't 91. Was it 101? I could make my Ran triple S, guys. It would get him to 3,200 attack. I just want to see what happens. It shouldn't work, right? It shouldn't work at all. Silence is a little annoying, so is the stun. Maybe if we life-stealed her again. I hate that we took her off of life-steal. Fenne 104, is she a solo whip? We need her on Vile Lifesteal if we're going to do this. We're constantly getting debuffed. We can't do anything. It's paralyzing us as a build. Chomp. Boss is already kind of enraged. Tell you what, I bet if we changed it a lifesteal, but you're saying 104? Oh wait, that's the dragon floor, isn't it? Oh dude, really? I remember this floor being insanely difficult. I think this guy with the big glowing fist is one of my favorite NPCs in the game, with like the hair completely covering his face. Yeah, Joe, last I checked, that still works. You know where Fenne would have been? Where's that, Spacial? I think Fenne could even soloed this so far, but it would just take forever. I think two things will happen tomorrow. One, the minute summary is under a minute. Two, Pyroflan and Shu are on the coin shop. Yikes. I actually think tomorrow's going to be pretty fat because it's going to be the Lunar New Year announcement. So I think there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff on there. There's a good chance Euphine will be in there, Joe, because they'll be dropping the Euphine skin. I think Stove is just going to be packs, packs, and packs. Oh, definitely. It's freaking Lunar New Year. It's going to be loaded with packs, for sure. But I don't think that's all it's going to be. I hope Dragonbright Senya goes in the coin shop soon. At least 10 to 12 months away, at least. She's not even had a rerun yet. You won't see Dragonbright Senya in the coin shop until very late 2025, 2026. Yeah. Unless they change the way the coin shop works. Unless they change, like, you know, they start putting more units in there. Which I think, yeah, see, they need to make the ML coin shop 4. Joe knows what we're talking about. They need to up it. ADS in the shop? She's in the shop right now. A lot of people are, oh, no, she's not in the shop. She's on banner. Yeah, she was in the shop not too long ago, though. They really need to kind of up their game on the shop. The whole point of the shop was to make pulling dupes not feel so bad, because you could eventually save up the coins to buy something from the shop, but then they never put anything worthwhile in the shop. They only put like dead, useless old units in the shop, so it doesn't serve its purpose. It doesn't serve its purpose of making dupes not feel awful. So they really need to up the game there. E7's issue is there's almost 60 ML5s and they put 2 in the shop, yeah? I mean, that's all of them, right? I mean, with very few exceptions, the shop has always kind of been the off-meta losers club. Maybe Galaxy Summons need something too? Eh. I don't like the idea of them messing with the rates, because when they mess with the rates, then they always take away from somewhere else. Ooh, heal block. No good, no good. Okay. We're fine, just don't get heal blocked anymore. From what I remember from your guildmate doing that insane batch summon, the results were kind of sad. Yeah, mine were kind of sad too. I did 150 summons, not 150 bookmarks, 150 summons, and I got 0 ML5s. It was really disheartening. Yeah, the odds are I should have gotten at least 4. Ouch. Damn, she almost died from that burn. I don't think this solos guy. We might be stuck here, guys. We're not killing fast enough to get at the shaman. And we're dying of burns. Yeah. I think she's good here, but I don't think she's going to solo it. Oh well. That would have been fun. Okay, for real, guys. I got food to eat, places to go, and people to beat. Who is streaming? Everybody go say hi to Deity. It's been a while since we've raided him. He is doing some arena. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for the podcast. I probably won't be on in the morning. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get on in the morning and we can do a first blush review of the news. That's kind of been an ongoing tradition. We'll do a short stream in the morning to go over the news that's dropped, and then we'll do our podcast in the evening. So I'll see you guys twice tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day. I will catch you soon. Take care, everybody.
To make
make dusk at staining height, but you have to stay sitting for 10 minutes. I could, I guess, with you. Hey, what's up?